the time when we are going to start bringing up our ESPN comedians. This is our ESPN Comedy Talent Show. Are you guys excited about this? I am so excited about this. Let's all be super supportive of your ESPN fellow employees, because I'll be gone, but you still have to see them on Monday. So coming to the stage, ladies and gentlemen, is your first comedian. He is a very, very funny guy. He's a QA Analyst 3, which I understand is better than being a QA Analyst 2. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause for Jared Waterworth.
It's rude. Wow, you guys are going to be disappointed from all that. I thought you were just going to clap for 10 minutes. I wouldn't have to do the jokes. Welcome, ESPN's Night of Comedy, huh? Only at ESPN would a night of fun equal keeping employees on a Friday night till 9 o'clock without liquor. Give it up, though, for the wellness teams. This is an awesome event. This is really great. I did comedy performing in college and sort of afterwards, so it's nice to see a company, even television broadcasting company kind of putting emphasis on comedy. Tonight, it's a big step. Anyone here working for the Midnight Sports Center? Scott Van Pelt? Anyone? No? Does anyone work on the show? No? Okay. All right. Well, watch it. That's really funny. Making big strides with Sports Center. We let go of Colin Cowherd, so we're just getting funnier about a second. Who doesn't work at ESPN? A lot of people. What do you do? You retired? Okay, that won't work. What do you do? So at Wallingford. Okay, great. Exciting job, maybe? Okay, what do you do there? What do you do? Okay, that's cool, I find that it's tough for me to talk to people about working at ESPN, because anytime you say you work at ESPN, people think you're an on-air talent. It doesn't matter what you look like, who you are, it's automatically, what show do you work on? Especially for me, because I went to college for television, so that's it. Oh, I work at ESPN. What show do you work on? Well, I'm a QA analyst. Okay, well, what do you do? What do you do as a QA analyst? Well, I test our mobile applications, so I take a phone and tap around the screen and I try to break stuff. And that's when I realized that those are the skills that my 1-year-old already has. I make my parents very proud. Another thing, you say that you work at ESPN and everybody automatically thinks that you know every single sports statistic known to man. Who won the British Open in 1956? Being the Rain Man of sports is not on the job qualifications of the job at ESPN. When I meet someone that's in construction, I don't say, oh, that's cool, build me a house. It just doesn't happen. I do like my job though. Not 100% happy with with job, but who's 100% happy with their job? The Pope's not even 100% happy. I gotta go to America? Yeah. And he can't even complain about it because his boss is always listening. So. I think my bosses are here too, so. I am happy with my job. Could use a raise, that's it. I'm a dad now. Those are all the people that don't have kids. And those are the people with kids. Parenting, being a dad is probably the hardest job I've ever had. It can be very rewarding at times, and then at other times it's very tiring, and you get sad, and you're on the brink of tears. It's kind of like being a Knicks fan, if you're a Knicks fan in the audience. We had, me and my wife, she's actually here tonight. We had our first sort of overnight out a couple weeks ago, and she's 11 months now, so it's been a while since we, gone out overnight. It was very nerve-wracking, kind of leaving her and letting, the in-laws know everything that needs to be done. Here's the time where you're gonna change her, you're gonna put her down, here's the book you need to read, all right? And, kind of just inching away to the door to say goodbye. And then the door closes. And we turn into Mr. and Mrs. Smith. We're downing drinks. We're dancing. We're at a wedding. We're just dancing on the dance floor going nuts. She's usually in bed by 9. I'm usually on asleep with like a beer, or on the couch with a beer, just watching TV. And we're just going crazy. We're having a great time. And we stay in this really, really nice hotel. And we're really excited to get back to the kid. And then we get back to the kid, and it is the hardest reality check in the world. Because we were having a great time. We're getting along great. And then that kid is like the kryptonite for some reason. All of a sudden, we get right back in, and she's, sitting down and playing with the kid, and say, "Oh, can you actually hand me that toy over there?" I said, "Well, it's actually closer to you." And then World War III starts, I swear, my parents were divorced, and I don't know how many parents out there were divorced, but it's always the same thing. It's always, guys, it wasn't working out. It's not you. It's not the kids. It's a goddamn lie, okay? Married couples, they just find, there's just things. You want to do it one way, the spouse wants to do it the other way, and you just, you just get into fights. I've just kind of learned to, let go. Let her do all the decisions. I'd be like Roger Goodell anyway. Everything would get overturned. Just let her deal with it. I like shopping, but I don't like baby shopping. I don't know if any dads in the audience are that same way. My wife says, "We're going to Bed Bath & Beyond." I turn into like a dog when you hold up the tennis ball. Like, I know, because there's a lot of stuff to play with at Bed Bath & Beyond. We find other dads and kind of have like group play time. We're pressing buttons on blenders. We're just looking around. Oh, they're there. And we try to get as far away from the line as possible, but then they say we're going baby shopping. And you walk into Babies R Us. And I can play with like a safety gate or a dehumidifier. There's so many things you can do. I got thrown out because I just stood for 20 minutes in an aisle shaking a rattle staring at people. I was expecting more laughs, so I'm sort of doing it. Oh well. And then we're not really paying attention because we're off doing stuff. We forget the important stuff that the wives are testing us on. Because then she can't go to the store one time. She needs us to do it. So we need diapers. You need to go get diapers. Okay? Yeah, sure. You remember which diapers? Yeah. I'm the dad. Come on. Of course I know which diapers. You need to know which brand of diaper, which size of diaper, which number diaper, which color diaper, which smell of diaper. Does the diaper connect to Wi-Fi so you know There's so many diapers, and I end up like a baby myself just looking around. I just start crying. I think I'm a good dad. Speaking of crying, I think I'm a good dad, but I know I'm a bad dad times, because my favorite thing to do with my baby when she was growing up, when she was like 3 or 4 months, is I love to watch her cry. She had this face, and every time, you maybe, accidentally hit her head on the car or something. I'm trying to think of things. But, you would kind of look at it, and all of a sudden she would just get this face, she'd just start. And I'd say, "Oh, no, keep going. Did you see this? No, I didn't make you do it. You do it. I hate changing diapers. I don't know if you guys do the same thing. Baby poop. It's like maple syrup. It gets everywhere. You don't even have to be near it. It just like sticks everywhere. Or I could be wearing a glove, changing the diaper, and then all of a sudden I take off the glove and it's just there. It's just there. It gets everywhere. I forgot, now that I'm mentioning that. I was asked to read this. Use offer code BABYPOOP for a $200 credit on DraftKings. Your home fantasy. Again, that is promo code BABYPOOP. Have they seriously ran out of words at this point? They're going to have to start using Latin. Enter promo code IPSUM for a $200 credit. I think they should just turn it into a contest. They shouldn't display the word on TV. It's just use offer code ambidextrous. We'll give you something if you can do it. I love playing fantasy, but I'm kind of getting bored of it because I do the same thing. Fantasy baseball, fantasy football, rinse, repeat. I think it would be fun to explore some other fantasy games. Because believe me, as much as I'd like to pretend that I'm a 40-year-old white guy making phone calls to millionaires' agents to sign them to a team, there are some other things that I would much rather do, like Fantasy Congress. 9 slots, 4 Senate, 4 whatever this other one is, House of Representatives, and then 1 flex. You got to have 2 Republicans in each house, 2 Democrats, and then for you Bernie Sanders people in the 9th spot, you can just, be independent. Fantasy yards. My yard is crap. I want someone else's yard. I want to get points based on how nice their lawn looks and how many weeds they don't have, how many flowers are great, how many times they water it. That's what I want to do. Drop that. Couldn't think of a good word for this one. Fantasy other friends' kids. Everyone takes their kids, you put them in a pool, you draft them, you get points for their grades, you get points for their sport events. Get an attention, -5. Come on, Ed. That math test really killed me this week. I got a promo code for you. My kid's better than yours. Wait, that worked? That's it for me, guys. Thank you very much.